tomorrow.
It can be prostate, cervical, breast, endometrial, head and neck, colorectal, or any other cancer. They have no place here. Why? Because SGMC Cancer Center treats all solid tumors, no matter the stage of the disease. We use advanced technology like radiotherapy, brachytherapy, and chemotherapy for our treatment. Locate us behind Lakeside Estate, Community 8, Katamanso, or call us today on 0201 409 403 or 0262 253-328 for inquiries and booking, and your cancer burden will be a thing of the past. GNAT, NAGRAT, ECG staff, as well as their spouses and children below 18 years do not have to pay to receive treatment at SGMC. SGMC Cancer Center, taking away the burden of cancer.
Like and follow us on Facebook, Ghana National Association of Teachers -NAT. Follow us on Instagram, @NAT_HQ. Subscribe and watch our videos on YouTube, Ghana Teachers TV. Follow us on X, Twitter @NATOfficial. Read more about NAT on www.ghanateachers.com or email us through info@ghanateachers.com.
Oh, my name is Reverend Professor Emmanuel Adow Obeng. I'm a former Vice Chancellor, University of Cape Coast, a former President, Presbyterian University, Ghana, and currently I'm helping to set up this institute. This institute I'm referring to is the GNAT Institute for Research and Industrial Relations Studies. This is an institute which GNAT, in its wisdom, decided to set up to support the training, to support the upscaling of its members. So for the past 2 years, this was after the GNAT Delegate Conference in Kumasi, the delegates took a decision to set up this institute. So since then, we've been working on this institute, going through all due processes. And fortunately, by God's grace, this institute now has institutional accreditation. That means that GTEC recognizes this institution as a private tertiary institution and is owned by the Ghana National Association of Teachers, GNAT. Now, what this institute sets out to do is simply to try and, one, put emphasis on research. We think GNAT needs to begin to make an impact on educational policies in this country. And this can only be done when we have a strong research division to support policy discussions, policy decisions, and so on. So that by the time a decision is made in terms of direction where education is going in this country, or by the time any kind of decision is taken on educational policies, the GNAT Institute, through its research wing, would have made a tremendous impact in that decision making. And this will be based on the research that the Institute will be doing, and this will feed into decision making processes.
I call research life, or research is life. Whatever we do, even from our homes, is research. We use data. And I believe that even if we want to really pursue the agenda of research, we should probably even start looking at our curriculum from even the pre-tertiary level. Because research is everything. Data, evidence, empirical evidence is everything. When you are speaking to facts, you are speaking to evidence. You are confident because you know what you are speaking to, not based on speculation, not based on emotions. So to answer your question about research, I would say research is everything. And I believe that we probably have to take a second look at our curriculum and look at how we can start putting in research issues even from the pre-tertiary level.
Then also, it is to look at the membership of GNAT itself. what can we do to upgrade the GNAT members? What can we do to upskill the GNAT members? So we are going to have in this institute what we call a division of educational studies. Now this division, the main interest would be to offer graduate programs. This institute is not interested in undergraduate programs because there are so many universities in this country, both private and public, offering degrees in undergraduate studies. So this institute is purging itself at the graduate level. And we are going to offer research programs for the GNAT members, but not only GNAT members, but for the Ghanaian public as a whole. And then GNAT itself is a trade union. And being a trade union, we think we should be interested in industrial relations studies, so that GNAT will become an association or a union that speaks with facts. You know, that members who are at the helm of affairs are properly trained in negotiating skills, are properly trained to engage with employers in making decisions that in the long run would affect positively the members of GNAT.
We have a lot of policies that are not data-driven, they are not research-driven. So at the end of the day, whether these policies are working or not to achieving their intended purpose, I believe that if we are to come out with a national policy, the starting point is research. There should be data backing the policy. The relevance of the policy, the impact of the policy, because policies are meant for people to be driven and implemented. GNAT has come into the picture because if you look at our educational sector, like I said, we have a lot of policies, but we believe that whatever we do in the educational sector should be data-driven, should be evidence-based, not based on emotion, like I said earlier, or not based on speculations. So this institute is trying to shape our orientation towards how we do things in this country. And we believe that, because this is like a think tank, it's purely a research think tank. And we believe that whatever we do here should be able to transform our educational sector based on data, based on research.
We have set a vision for ourselves. We have set objectives. We have set a philosophy and so on. And these are the things that are guiding us so far. Now we have put in an application to GTEC for program accreditation. And once we get the program accreditation, then we'll be able to roll out the graduate programs. But in the meantime, since we have institutional accreditation, that gives us the space to run certificate programs. Certificate programs that would give GNAT members and other Ghanaians opportunity to learn new skills, acquire knowledge on the job that they do now, and that will help them to perform effectively. So we have started what we call the CPD, the Continuous Professional Development Programs. And currently, we have rolled out 2 editions. The first edition, we concentrated on educational strategy, planning, and administration. This one was targeted to the administrators within the educational sector, so that they will know how best to strategize for their institutions, to plan for their institutions, and to administer their institutions. We think this will make them better leaders, better managers, and better headmasters and headmistresses and principals and so on. And then we also rolled out conflict resolution and management. Wherever we find ourselves, the issues of conflict spring up. So we've introduced people to conflict resolution and management so that it will make our workplace better. It will make our work environment better, and it will make us more productive than we actually are at the moment. We've also rolled out corporate governance to upskill our people in terms of some of the governance issues in the positions that they hold. So we've rolled out a number of CPD programs, and all these are to help GNAT members specifically, and also other Ghanaians, to do better at positions that they hold. So in a nutshell, this is what the Institute has in mind and trying to do.
Within this institute, we are not just looking at research as a course to be passed. We are looking at research as a program that will take students back to society to make impact. So that's one of our unique attributes. So we are not only taking students through theory, we are focusing on practice here. I mean, I know students go through, so for example, other institutions, the problem is students will even go through the research course and they can't even write a research proposal. Over here, we are going to make research practical, whereby students, and we are also going to, they work on research problems that are practically oriented. We want to solve problems of society in the educational sector and the industrial relations sector. So one of the core things we are looking at is our research method courses, how we structure the courses, the curriculum, even the instructors who teach research methods. That is going to be very practical. That's the first one. Students should be able to write a mini research, a mini project work at the end of a research method course.
Tomorrow. It can be prostate, cervical, breast, endometrial, head and neck, colorectal, or any other cancer. They have no place here. Why? Because SGMC Cancer Center treats all solid tumors no matter the stage of the disease. We use advanced technology like radiotherapy, brachytherapy, and chemotherapy for our treatment. Locate us behind Lakeside Estate, Community 8, Katamanso, or call us today on 0201 409 403 or 0262 253-328 for inquiries and booking, and your cancer burden will be a thing of the past. GNAT, NAGRAT, ECG staff, as well as their spouses and children below 18 years do not have to pay to receive treatment at SGMC. SGMC Cancer Center, taking away the burden of cancer.
Like and follow us on Facebook, Ghana National Association of Teachers -NAT. Follow us on Instagram, @NAT_HQ. Subscribe and watch our videos on YouTube, Ghana Teachers TV. Follow us on X, Twitter @NATOfficial. Read more about NAT on www.ghanateachers.com or email us through info@ghanateachers.com.
If you look at for example, when we take the first edition that we rolled out, I would say that it was very, participants were very responsive to it. Because for a new institute rolling out a new CPD program, and we got almost about 400-500 participants, that should tell you. The second edition, we've been able to get about 300 participants. So, judging by that, personally, I would think that it has a future. The CPD program has a future. The Institute has a future. Because we are now addressing specific issues that members are interested in, issues that will help members perform better at the various positions that they hold.
The other issue is we're also looking at supervision. Over here, we have put in a lot of support system for faculty. We know the challenges when it comes to supervision. And we are looking at both the faculty angle and then that of the students' perspective as well. The other issue has to also do with a lot of graduate research seminars. We are going to do a number of graduate research seminars so that students can easily get all that they need to be able to finish their dissertations or thesis on time. Over here, you will not go beyond the stipulated time for the program. MPhil 2 years, MEd a year, you should be able to finish your thesis or dissertation within the period. And faculty is ready to support, provide all the needed support for students.
In fact, we have 6 programs which are pending with GTech now, and we have to wait to hear from GTech. So I don't want to go into details, but we have also designed a number of programs. Some of these programs will be in the area of vocational and technical and vocational education. Some of these programs will be in technology, because if you look at the education sector, technical vocational education is one major area that we think can propel this country forward. And there are a number of teachers out there who have done first degree in these areas, but don't have the opportunity to pursue it at the master's level. So technical and vocational education will be one of the areas that we're going to concentrate on. Actually, currently we have designed programs for that. But as I said, we are waiting for the first 6 programs that we've put in to go through the process. If by God's grace we go through the process, then the others would follow. So yes, we have the intent of covering as many of the necessary programs that will help improve the performance of our people. And besides, the new curriculum that is coming up requires teachers who really understand the curriculum and can deliver. If you look at the curriculum, if you don't have the expertise, it will be very difficult for it to be effective in the classroom. Even the SHS curriculum, there is a new one coming on board, which is being piloted and all that. And I've been privy to note some of the things in there, and we think that we need to begin to shape our teachers so that they can handle some of these things effectively.
Policies are supposed to be data-driven, meaning that there is a need for the policy. The policy is coming now to address a particular problem. But if you don't go into the problem and research and understand the problem, then obviously the policy comes in and will not be able to address the problem. So that's a gap. That's why I said our problem as a country is not about we not having policy. We have enough policies, but most of them are not data-driven. And that's the challenge.
Tomorrow. It can be prostate, cervical, breast, endometrial, head and neck, colorectal, or any other cancer, they have no place here. Why? Because SGMC Cancer Center treats all solid tumors no matter the stage of the disease. We use advanced technology like radiotherapy, brachytherapy, and chemotherapy for our treatment. Locate us behind Lakeside Estate, Community 8, Katamanso, or call us today on 0201 409 403 or 0262 253 328 for inquiries and booking, and your cancer burden will be a thing of the past. NAT, NAGRAT, ECG staff, as well as their spouses and children below 18 years do not have to pay to receive treatment at SGMC. SGMC Cancer Center, taking away the burden of cancer.
Like and follow us on Facebook, Ghana National Association of Teachers-NAT. Follow us on Instagram, NAT_HQ. Subscribe and watch our videos on YouTube, Ghana Teachers TV. Follow us on X, Twitter at NAT Official. Read more about NAT on www.ghanateachers.com or email us through info@ghanateachers.com.
This is an institute which has been set up by NAT itself. So the institute knows the needs of the members, what their challenges are, and the institute will be better positioned to address those challenges, to address those needs. So it will be preferable for the NAT members especially to come in here for further studies, to come in here to be trained. Because you see, even the master's programs that we intend to roll out, in addition to that, any student who comes to this institute, the aim is to give them training in leadership skills. And not only that, but in the use of technology in teaching as well. So these are things that have been embedded into the curriculum that we intend to roll out if given the approval, so that the students who come in here will be better equipped to handle the issues that will confront them in the classroom in the coming future. Because we are talking about STEM schools, AIs, and so on and so forth. We need a teacher who really understands these things, who is really conversant with these things, to go out there and handle the subjects, the disciplines, much more, so that it becomes meaningful to the students.
So we have all the resources. Our library, we have both online and then the bricks and block library. So all the relevant books students need, we have them at the library. We have a state-of-the-art computer lab that will take them through if we have to do data analysis training. So the environment, and you can see the environment for yourself, we are more than prepared. But you see, for us here, one thing that I think is going to give us a unique advantage is that we are not just looking at the academic component of education, because we believe that when it comes to graduate education, there are other external factors. So for example, every student who will come here will go through emotional intelligence training, how they will be emotionally intelligent. Then we are also looking at the psychosocial component of our students, because you can't take that out. If the student is not psychologically sound, they cannot focus in class. So it's not just about rigorous, just focusing on academic. We are looking at the entire system of graduate education.
We would not go to that extent, but when I talk about educational technology, what we intend to do is to expose every student to some of these issues that technology covers, so that they can use technology in what they do out there. They can use technology in teaching, they can use technology to do their own work, they can do technology to improve themselves. You see, we must be honest, some of where our teachers are in the rural areas, it deprives them from having easy access to technology. And we cannot leave it like that for far too long. It is important that we open everybody, every teacher, wherever the teacher is, to the relevance of technology. But what we would do, definitely create an office for student aid. That one will be created so that we can support those who are definitely in need. But what this institute is doing is that every NAT member will have a discount in terms of fees. Every NAT member. So that in itself will be an incentive. Will be an incentive. So whilst you know, every Ghanaian can apply to come to this institution, so long as you are a NAT member, you have a discounted fee, so that will be a good incentive for the NAT members who are owners of this institute to study here.
We have more than enough rooms to accommodate our students, yes. And I even talk about, if you go behind this building, there is a pitch there for recreation activities. It shouldn't just be continuous learning. There should be some extracurricular activities as well. That's why I'm saying that over here, education is a complete ecosystem, not just pure academic work.
At the moment, we've started recruiting staff. In fact, with the courses or the programs that we have submitted to GTech, we needed to attach names of lecturers that we will take on board. Some have indicated their willingness to come. So once we get the program accreditation, then they will come on board so that the program can start.
And we are looking forward to, like I said, always tackling national issues from a research perspective. Yeah, so we look forward to coming out with some public lectures based on some pressing national problems that we will come and present purely based on research evidence. We have to change the system of education, the quality component from the scratch, quality component. At least we've done so well with access. Quality component of education, we have to focus on that. And we have always looked at the rural component of education as well. So like I said, we are coming up with a number of issues and research papers, and we hope that that would help transform the system.
We wouldn't have a problem, let's put it that way. We wouldn't have a problem. Because these are things that GTech will look at before they can even grant you program accreditation. They will look at whether you have the necessary staff to handle the programs. So these are all part of the package that we have submitted to GTech. We have smart classrooms. All lecture rooms are equipped with overhead projectors, with screens, you know. So, and we have quite a number of lecture rooms, especially we have about 3 there. We have 2, 5. We have almost about 9 lecture rooms, all fitted and ready to begin the programs. And then we have an auditorium, which you see out there. And then, of course, accommodation. So the students wouldn't have a problem with accommodation. We have an IT, a computer center. We have a library. In fact, we have all the facilities that GTech will want to see. And it's because of those facilities that are available, that's why we're giving institution accreditation. It was based on that. So we have all the facilities that will help us take off smoothly, yes. No, accommodation will be different because it's not everybody who would want to come and stay. Accommodation will be different, but even the accommodation belongs to NAT. This accommodation here, it's a NAT facility. So definitely, NAT members would also have, you know, it at a very easy rate, yes. But the accommodation will be extra. It will be apart from the tuition fees, yes. Abankro is a very peaceful, serene environment. I mean, I can bet you, when you were driving into the campus, you could feel the sense of peace around you. There's a place where I would say is very conducive to academic work. You can easily sit and reflect. You can sit and think. You can sit and be productive. It's a very peaceful environment. All that you hear in the morning are birds, you know, chirping all over the place, happy that a bright new day has dawned. So the place is very conducive. It's very conducive. And I would simply advise that people should just take a drive and come to see Abankro. And there are others who even come in here for retreats, who come in here for certain programs, especially if they want to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. They come in here for certain programs. So it's a very conducive place. And besides, you see, GTech would always want to be sure that your location is a place that is conducive for education. So they sent a team to come and inspect this place, and the team was satisfied with the ambience, of the place. Yes, so it is conducive to learning. To be one of the most progressive, productive institute that we can have, because I think our vision is very clear. Just keep your eyes on the GNAT Institute, because I promise you that good things will happen in this institute. Things that will be exciting to the students themselves, things that will be exciting to the educational industry, things that will be exciting to the country Ghana.